Hey you, how are you? No, I really mean it, how are you? And I'm not talking about that simple how are you. Let's sit down and hear you talk about it. How did you sleep last night? You see, I believe last night you were thinking about your dreams and goals. Still with me? Did you go to sleep feeling accomplished, or were you sad? What you didn't realize is that your mind was trying to make sense of the mess you have created. It is when your mind recognizes your worries, your pain, your dreams and guilt, and tries to figure out a way to process it all. That mode that your mind goes into, you categorize it and call it stress. You downplay it and call it relationship problems, or you blame it on your financial standings. So the moment that your mind is telling you that something is not right, you lose it. That is the number one mistake that you are making in your life every day. So let me elaborate. You see, I know why you're here. I know why you're afraid. I know why you're antisocial. I know why you are in that relationship, and most importantly, I know why you wear that smile. How do I know all this? Because I've been through it all. So since I can relate to you, let me speak life over you for a minute. You think this is the best version of you? If today was your last day, would you be content with what you've accomplished? And I'm not talking about specific accomplishments here. I'm talking deep down inside. Are you whole? Are you happy? Are your emotions in check? Does your mind and spirit align with each other? Are you one with God? That is what I mean. One of the biggest mistakes you tend to make is letting circumstances dictate who you are. You keep forgetting that circumstances change, but your lack of focus allows the circumstance to change you, when it should be the other way around. Let me repeat that. You are letting whatever is going on in your life at the moment dictate who you are. When it gets dark, you turn on the light. There's traffic, you change the route. There's no rice, you choose pasta. Get fired from a job, you find a better one. House burned down, you built a better one. Credit got bad, you fixed it. No food on the table, you made it work. Bad relationship, you replaced it. So why is this circumstance any different? Is it because it's a little harder? Maybe it's not that easy anymore. Because it's more hours? Maybe it requires more time. Let me tell you something. You are perfectly equipped to accomplish everything that God has set forth for you, and I believe that. You are sitting around asking yourself how to do it when it's right in your mind. You spend so much time looking at the big picture when you could break it down into pieces. You want a business? Start with the name. You want a house? Start with the land. But because you don't see a path to the end, you turn back, not knowing that you were meant to design it. Listen to me. You are the architect of your life, but you take so much onto your plate that you struggle to balance it all. So the moment it gets too heavy, you want to let go, when you have already built the strength to sustain it. People keep telling you to clear your mind, when it's more important for you to realign it. You have to take everything that you are going through and put it all on the table. Just like the contacts on your phone, you need to categorize it. Like the money in your pocket, you need to manage it. Some of you want peace, but your house is dirty, so your space is not peaceful. You want better friends, but hang out in the worst places. You want a husband, but you are not prepared to be a wife. You want a wife, but you are not centered as a man. Listen to me. Problems attract problems. So when you want better, you have to be better. You have to be willing to make the sacrifices that it takes to become the best version of you. You have to accept the past to embrace the future. They never promised you an easy life. Nobody ever said it would be easy or take this long. So the moment you are faced with unfamiliar situations, you fold. You give up as if you weren't made to endure. You hide as if you weren't meant to stand out. You hold on to so much negativity that it has changed you. But guess what? It's not too late. Look at your watch right now. Is it still moving? If it's still moving, you have time. As long as you are breathing, you have time to make a change. You have time to stand up. You have time to say no. You have time to say enough is enough. But that time is now. That time is today. That time is right now. For it to work, it has to be now. For you to succeed, it has to start right now. For you to lose the weight, your diet starts right now. Does that mean to risk it all? No. It means that you have to get up right now and take the steps that are necessary to become who you were meant to be. You're not healthy? Start feeding yourself back to health. Don't like your job? Redo your resume and put it out there. Have relationship problems? Fix it or end it. You want peace? Address your mental health. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting it on people that don't deserve it. Stop wasting it on companies that are not worth it. Rise. Rise to seize your true power. Rise to accomplish your dreams. Rise to raise your kids. Rise. I know you are tired of being down. I know. I know the situation is hard. Trust me, I know. You want to know why I know? Because I listen. Another great mistake you are making is the fact that you don't listen well enough. You have been ignored for so long that you built a prison around you just to protect yourself and your heart. You have to listen better to process better. Wise men said that wisdom is the reward you get for a lifetime of listening when you'd have preferred to talk. If you make listening and observation your occupation, you will gain so much more than you can by talking. You have been hurt so many times that you buried yourself alive without realizing it. As a result, you have allowed your temporary circumstances to change you permanently. But it's not too late. You just gotta get up. I'm talking about that jump up, that I'm tired of the same stuff, that I'm tired of the same life. I'm talking about true change. I'm talking about that before going to bed at night, you plan the next day. Another major issue in your life is what you eat. You want your mind to be clear, but you're at a drive-thru eating fast food. You feel down, but you are pumping yourself away with sugar. Unless you are dealing with a disability or a disease, the only reason you don't feel well is because of what you eat. You can't think well with too much fat. You feel blah because you don't exercise. In a study done by the American Heart Association, they reported that excess fat increases inflammation in the brain. Over time, that can lead to changes in connectivity and structure and function of the brain. So after all this time, you never take into account that what you eat is also affecting your mind? In another study done at the Harvard Medical School by Dr. Vera Novak, they reported that high blood glucose levels can affect the brain's functional connectivity, which links the brain regions that share functional properties in brain matter. It can cause the brain to atrophy or shrink. But you're at the supermarket buying that soda 3 for $5. You only address your mental issues in a mental way and forget about the physical part. You forget that although the brain is not a muscle, it does have muscle-like qualities. You forget that the brain is an organ that contains blood vessels and nerves, including neurons and glial cells. It is made up of 60% fat with the remaining 40% made up of water, protein, carbohydrates, and salts. So you must feed it well to communicate well. Exercise. Stop ignoring the signs. That knee pain is not normal, so get out there and work out. Stop accepting back pains before you turn 60. Get out there and create the best version of you. I dare you to eat good and exercise for 30 days and tell me if you don't feel better mentally. I challenge you not to eat out and see if that fat doesn't shed off of you. It is all up to you. No apology can fix you, so stop waiting. No person can love all your pain away. Nobody will come into your life to fix it. Only you can fix it. Every single choice that you make from the moment you wake up is what can change you. You need to sleep better, wake up better, eat better, exercise better, breathe better, live better, and pray better. You need to be better because this version of you are not proud of. You know you are capable of more. You know you can be more. Deep down inside, there is a voice haunting you until you rise to the occasion. You will never find the happiness you need until you answer that call. And when you do answer that call, your best version will tell you to step out of the shadows and into the light. God gave you a gift long before anybody had any influence over you. He made you so perfect that you were virtually indestructible. He didn't make the elephant without a stomach that couldn't withstand the drought for weeks. He didn't make the fish without the ability to breathe underwater. Just like those animals, He made you complete for the very environment that you are in right now. So adapt. When the elephant gets thirsty, it uses the air to sniff for water miles away. It digs down deep into the very earth to find it. It travels thousands of miles across the most treacherous environments to find it. It invades people's homes to find it. So if the elephant can accomplish all of that, imagine what you can do with your mind. You don't think you can get past this pain? You don't think you can change the future that is unfolding right in front of you? But you keep losing focus because such and such doesn't like you. You lose focus because John and Jane don't want to say sorry. You say you can't because it's too hard. So you're telling me that when the elephant smells the water miles and miles away, it stops because it's tired? You think it stops when its calf collapses to their deaths? You think it stops when the big bad lion stands in its way? No. It overcomes all those odds just to do that same journey all over again. What you are not realizing is the time that is being wasted in between. The elephant doesn't stop to say, let's rest here for a day or so. If it's too tired, it rests on its feet. Not to waste time in the process of standing up, do you hear me? Have you ever slept standing? No, because you are not an elephant. But like the elephant, you are equipped with the tools needed to adapt. Wake up. You are letting reality slip you by. The reason you are so stuck in your head is because you are not taking the actions on what is needed to make you whole. You lose sleep and dream about your goals, but you don't act on them. So what if you fail? So what if you have to start over? Just take notes and learn from your mistakes. Approach every situation with an open mind before your heart. But you trust too easy. You open your heart to people that are not worth it because you don't trust yourself. That tingling feeling in your stomach is not weird. That is your intuition telling you to be cautious. So listen. Those senses that you get in certain places is your mind telling you that you don't belong there. That loneliness you feel in your relationship is your heart telling you that you deserve more. It's time to start listening to you. Yourself is calling you, but you keep missing the call. You keep missing that call from you because your line is always busy. Too busy worried about this one and that one. Too busy listening to people that are not mentally stable to support you. Too busy laying next to a person that doesn't deserve you. Too busy in that job with no future. So you miss the call over and over again. While your true self is sitting there in a dark room, waiting to be rescued by you. You locked away the hero that is meant to save you. Do you have any idea how amazing you are? Do you have any idea how smart you are? Do you have any idea how beautiful you are? Do you know how strong and powerful you are? If you know, then why do you choose to be basic? Why do you choose to be ugly? Why do you choose to be weak? Choose the best you. Choose you. It's time to bring your positivity out of the darkness and into the light in 30.